everyone and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. I'm Cora and today we are back with another CC showcase video. In this one I'm going to showcase all of my toddler hair, and it is a total of 156, which is quite a lot. I know, I didn't think I had that many hairs for toddlers, but I guess I do. I guess I have a little problem with hair CC. I just keep downloading it. Like, I just feel like I need more and more and more, and there's definitely more toddler and kids hairs than there is clothing for them, and I wish there was as much CC clothing for toddlers, at least MAXIS match. I know there's a lot of alpha clothing for little toddlers, but yeah, we need more MAXIS match clothing for toddlers because I'm kind of getting tired of all of the same clothes. Like, whenever one of my sim babies ages up to a toddler, I'm like, oh, what do I put on them now? Because like, I feel like it's very repetitive. Like, they pretty much all look the same, so at least I get all the hairs I can, so at least the hair would look a little bit different. And I believe there was only one hair that I did find it, but the CC creator has taken down their blog and the download, because sometimes you can still find the download if the person has taken their Tumblr down, which I do quite a lot because their post will still kind of be up because it's been reblogged, and then you can just link the person that reblogged it, if that makes sense. Sorry, it's still really early for me. And then that way you can still download it, but they've also taken the download down, so there's only one hair here that you can't have, and all of the others I put the links on a Google Doc and on my Tumblr, and they will both be linked in the description down below if you want them. I also, for this, the little toddler that we use is one of my adult sims that I aged down, and I do it quite a lot actually. Like, I don't know, I just think some of them look really cute as toddlers, and I tried a few of them as toddlers, but like some of them looked so strange as toddlers. I'm like, that's so weird. Like, why do they look like that as toddlers? And it's so funny to see, because usually, you know, you have the toddler and you see the child, and then eventually as they grow up you'll see how they look. But it's so funny to reverse it back, because like, I don't know, it's just strange, I guess. But yeah, it is the one that I created in the cast video. I believe it was called Our Little Princess, and she is the, or she was the mom. I guess now she isn't anymore. She's just a tiny toddler. But yeah, I don't know, I just think she's really cute. I love that eye color on her. It's just so sweet, isn't it? I don't know. But anyways, how are you guys doing? As you can hear, I sound a little bit sick. I still am. I don't know what's going on. Like, it really hit me on Friday. I had a bit of a fever and stuff and felt super tired, but then I had to go babysitting later on because like I called in sick for the internship because I just did not feel like I could make it. Because I would have been there all day, you know. I would have been there from 9 to 5, I think, and then I would have gone straight to babysitting, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't. And I felt bad for my babysitting family if I would have cancelled it, because the dad is playing violin and he had a big concert going on, so I would have felt bad, you know, if they couldn't have gone. So I made sure that I went there even though I felt really sick. And then she was like, oh, by the way, our heating isn't working, but it got fixed throughout the night when I was there, so it was okay. But I was freezing, like my hands and feet were so cold. I was just like, okay. Why are they so cold? And yeah, it was a bit terrible. At least the boy that I babysit, he was like such a sweetheart that day. He usually is. Like, he only gets upset really when he knows I'm putting him to bed, because he doesn't like it. I think he's not used to it, because like I'm probably the only person, like they didn't have a whole history of like a lot of babysitters that have been there since he's little, you know, and both of their families live a bit further away, so their grandparents aren't even there to put him to bed regularly, or like, I mean, semi-regularly, you know, like every other weekend or whatever, how it is in other families, or can be in other families. I remember I used to have a sleepover at my grandma's like every second weekend or something, because I loved her and I always wanted to be there, kind of thing. And I guess it's pretty cool for your parents, you know, if they can have a date night and I just think it's a good change, I guess. I don't know. I don't have kids yet, obviously, so I wouldn't know, but I'm assuming it could be cool. So he's not really used to anyone but his parents putting him to bed, you know, and because the dad is like touring every now and then for like a few weeks, he often like doesn't even let him put him to bed, you know, like it's a whole thing. Like I think he just wants his mom to put him to bed. So usually when I get there and he knows I'm gonna put him to bed, he's like hiding and like super shy, and it's so funny because usually when I come over he's like super excited. He's like, we need to do this and this and this and like let's build Legos and whatever, and this time he was just like hiding behind his mom's legs and stuff, and I was like, oh bless him, like he really does hate other people putting him to sleep. But that's how it is, I guess. He was really good this time though. Like he didn't cry, because it breaks my heart when he cries because I can relate to it. Like I used to hate when other people apart from my grandma had to put me to bed. I was like, nope, it's not happening. But he was so good. Like he slept at like 8:30 or something, and then I just had 4 hours to myself, yeah, because they came back just after 12. But I was exhausted. Like it was raining outside and I was there by bike and I felt super hungry, and they always like, oh, if you're hungry, just you can, you know, go to our fridge and eat. But they're like very like organic family, so all they have is like really random stuff and stuff I don't eat. I don't know, it would just be like super weird, you know, like they have a bit of bread left and I don't know, it's a bit strange, so I don't really eat there. Also, I feel weird just going to, like, I mean, they're not strangers, but I don't know them that well, you know, and I feel weird going to other people's fridges and just eating stuff because I'm always worried they're gonna need it for something, you know, because we usually plan our dinners a week ahead, so like on Saturdays we go shopping and then we have food for the whole week. So if someone would just go to my fridge and eat whatever, I mean, I wouldn't be mad. Well, would I be mad? No, if it's a guest, I wouldn't be. But it's like, if they eat all of my peppers, I need them to cook, you know, like, I can't make the dinner I'm planning on if someone eats stuff out of my fridge. So yeah, when guests are over, but we usually have like other stuff, you know, like bread, cereal, all of that stuff that you usually have, and they don't really do. Like, they have oats and stuff, but not really nice cereal, you know, like, they just prefer not to eat loads of sugar. They don't have any treats in the house, which I would turn crazy, you know, even if I had phases where I wouldn't eat as much and like try to cut back on like candy and stuff like that. You know, sometimes you just have days where you're like super stressed or whatever, and all you want is like a bit of chocolate or a bit of like some other candies, and if there's nothing there, I would literally go crazy. Like, I don't know how people do it. And recently, because when I grew up, we never used to have sodas at home. It would be like a one in a lifetime thing to get soda, you know. Sometimes my mom would buy some soda for the weekend, like 1 bottle of Coke or something, and that would be it. Or it would be like a birthday thing. If I celebrated my birthday with friends, you know, my mom would buy a few bottles of soda, and then there might be some left over for the week after or whatever, but that was it. And now that I live by myself, we've kind of gone soda mad, and it's so annoying because it's so bad for you, but it's so addictive. Like, I've been really weird with my eating lately because I feel like I've been feeling sick so much that some foods just put me off. Like, do you get that? If you feel nauseous and stuff, you don't want to eat certain foods and you're like, oh, I don't really want to eat this. And like, all I want to do is intake my calories with soda. And it's so bad and I need help. Like, how do I cut back on soda? Because I remember my mom used to actually mix her soda with water. And I would be like, you're crazy, woman. Like, why do you do this? It must taste so gross. But I've never tried it, actually. But, you know, if I already drink soda, I'd prefer to just drink it. And I'm also the type of person that doesn't drink light or zero Coke because I don't like it. It tastes yuck, and I'm kind of scared of the sweetness they put in, you know. I'm like, if I already drink this kind of crap stuff, I might as well have the sugar in it, you know. I feel like it's a bit better than the sweeteners, even though obviously you're not supposed to drink a lot of sugars. But yeah, luckily I'm not struggling with weight or anything, so it's okay. But I've noticed that, like, I remember when I was younger, like, I think everything before 20, I believe, I could eat whatever I want. Like, I was never super skinny or like, you know, but I was always slim and I would never put on weight. Like, if I did, I could literally just eat normal for a week and I would be fine. But ever since I hit that like 21, I believe, it's been bad. Like, if I definitely can tell if I went a bit too crazy on the foods, you know, and it's harder to get rid of it again. Like, literally when I was younger, I could just eat like a normal person again for a week, which didn't even mean dieting, you know. I still ate chocolates and stuff as a treat after dinner and like everything I wanted, but just not crazy amounts and stuff, and I would just drop the weight again, and I'm kind of missing that feature about my body. I kind of want it back, even though I feel like with age you kind of get more accepting with your body. I don't know, if you're older or like as old as me, I guess I'm not super old, but you know, there's definitely a difference between the 16-year-old me and the 24-year-old me. There's definitely a big difference, and I know that back then I would struggle more with my weight, even though I was slimmer than I am now. But I don't know, I also need to get back into exercising, which has nothing really to do with how I look, but more with how I feel, because I'm feeling like an old person, you know. You can definitely tell if you haven't worked out for months, because you come up, because I live on the 4th floor, right? So if I come up the stairs, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm dying. Or if I go somewhere with a bike, I'd be exhausted, even though it's just like a 15 minutes bike ride. So I think I need to get back into it, but if you know me, I absolutely hate exercising, and I don't know why it has to be so hard for me. But yeah, cross your fingers that eventually with time I'll get back into it and be a bit more healthy again. I really hope I can pull that off. But anyways, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all in Monday's video. Bye!